Welcome back, gang. It's Tooty. This is my video on Revival 2015, the Winter War. So yeah, it's just going to be what I picked up, quicker, you know, sort of chat about how the day went, and my thoughts on it. Really, to be honest, nothing, you know, no grand sort of video. Well, I don't know actually, because I'm not really sure which sort of footage you're going to use. Because a lot of it's repeated. I'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I had an absolute blast. Honestly, it's a top day. I know there's a few lads that were supposed to go that didn't manage to get down there. I think you missed a really good day. Obviously, I was propping up the bar. I did say this, so if there's a few people that, oh, you read, you know, I'd been, you know, I hadn't had a drink at Manchester. I had one, you know, I only had 1 pint. So it's nice just to have a good chin wag with the like-minded people, and just have a laugh. And that's mainly what we did. But I have to give a huge, massive thanks to my mate James. So you'll see James. James is in the video. He's not, so he's not shy in terms of being on camera. He's just obviously, he wants to do it his own way. So I just sort of said, well, you're going on my video anyway. And he was quite happy about that. So you'll see James anyway. Top lad, honestly, really nice guy. Who asked to meet for the first time. Might as well get onto this. Paul C. Lad that's been commenting. I know he's quite friendly with Russ Newton and Matt, Soul Funk Retro, and a few other lads. First time I sort of properly met him, I think I sort of said hello to him very briefly in Manchester, like I did most people. I had a really good chin wag with him at the bar, and I can see why people warm to him. He is a really top lad. So, two new people. Obviously, one of the main, not the main, that's probably the wrong word to say it, but a big pull for me to go into Revival was to actually have a good chin wag with Alex, Nintendo Arcade. So I did technically sort of speak to him very briefly again at Manchester. And yeah, he's like all of us. Well, I don't, most of us. What you see on cam is how he is in real life. Honestly, top bloke, top laugh. I don't think I've laughed so much for probably the best part of the year. To be honest, probably since Playback Pool. Had an absolute blast. Drank far too much beer. Them that know. I even went out afterwards. My brother-in-law called me at there and said, "Oh, I'm going to a party," and I shouldn't have gone, but you know, you're in that zone. It was a complete wipeout. But I had a great day. Honestly, really. So obviously the event itself wasn't the biggest. I think, again, like I mentioned in the previous video, I think they were testing the water to sort of see what the interest was, trying to gauge it, you know, dip the toe in the water, for want of a better word, and from all accounts, what I've seen online, it's all a goer. So that's really good news. I just hope they stick to that formula and they don't deviate into this like Comic-Con bollocks, because Revival was if anyone went to Revival, and I'm guessing, I don't know if the previous ones are like it, I don't know, but it's very akin to what the Play Expos used to be like, and that's the best way I can describe it on a smaller scale. So as long as they stick to that formula, I'll be going, tell you that much. It was a fucking bouting day. Bizarrely, we didn't actually use our tickets to get in, so there was just like, I don't know what it was. It was like I can't remember what word I'm looking for. Not a gymnasium, not a display hall. Oh, it was like a function room. Yes, probably like a function room, but on its own, like a barn, with a cafe on the right hand side. So everyone was asked to queue up, and the guy said to us, "Oh, you can get a coffee next door. There's a little cafe." So we just went into the cafe, and James was there with his tea, and I must admit they had that sterilised milk. So I had a coffee, and Jay had a coffee, and James had a cup of tea, and he just went wandering off and disappeared. I mean, like, Jay was like, "Where's he gone?" And it wandered into the event. You could just wander through. So we didn't even use the tickets. Never used tickets all day. So I travelled down with James. I'm jumping all over the place here, aren't I? I travelled down with James, and we picked Jay up at Wolverhampton train station. Never been to Wolverhampton in my life. What a shit up now. It's no better or no worse than most cities, to be honest. Excuse me. So we picked Jay up, who was still 2 sheets to the wind. He was probably how I was on the Sunday. that way. He'd been playing Battlefront all night, so he was a little bit worse for wear, but he was in good spirits. He completely walked past me in the train station, which was quite amusing. He zoned out. Yeah, and then from there we just shuttled up to the event. One thing I'd probably say, although they're not going to be there next year anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But I say it was like in an equestrian leisure centre, and if you didn't come off the motorway, if you're coming through Wolverhampton, the turning wasn't signposted, so we went past it, and then we sort of seen it as we went past this little country road. So we had to go round the roundabout, and as you come back round and roundabout that side from the motorway, there was a sign that sort of said Revival. So you'll see it in the video. But no great shakes at all, honestly. No queuing up because we didn't queue, to just walk straight in. There wasn't a great big queue wise anyway. It did pick up. I mean, we were there at 9 o'clock. I dropped Alex a message to sort of say, because I knew he was you know, I suppose he was part of the event essentially. He had one of his cabs there. Not Space Firebird. Fucking hell, name escapes me. So Invader. I should know this. He's done a video on it. So I texted and said, "Oh, we're outside. Any chance you can get in early? You know, use our tickets early." And he wasn't even fucking there, was he? He was still snoring his plonker off in his hotel. Anyway, like I say, we went into the cafe and just wandered through. So we were in there 9 o'clock, early doors. And I think by 10:30, me and Jay were looking at each other going, is it too early? I think it was about 11 o'clock when we went, oh fuck it, let's go and get a pint. Because I say, it wasn't the biggest event, you know, in terms of shit tons to look at. I mean, there was enough to look at, and there were some great deals to be had, as you've probably seen, hopefully, from a couple of the other lads' videos. And reasonable prices, you could always do a bit of dealing, you know, etc. Nice to see some MVS carts. There's a guy from Belgium in the corner, really nice guy. Me and Jay were talking to him. He had MVS carts. Fucking big pile of them, you know, shit like that. That's what you want to see. You don't want to be seeing fucking Cocoa Pops, fucking vinyl figures and fucking plastic swords and shit like that, foam swords. Well, I mean, obviously the arcades that were in there were, you know, I think it's about 50 oddish cabs. Some great Astro City cabs. Again, all in the footage, but there was a little bit for everyone. I'd you know, sort of said, nice selection of consoles, some good vendors. One vendor in the corner had some fucking rare. I mean, I've been to a few events, and I don't even think when me and Jay were talking, I think there's a photograph I've got somewhere. A few of these games he's got, I think N64 ones, I've never seen, and I don't think Jay's ever seen them, and I've never seen them at an event either. So this guy was proper hardcore. I don't know where he sourced these from, but they were fucking, you know, I don't know, like your sort of platinum collector level, 700 plus quid. And I think there's one game, he didn't even have a price on it. It was just there for kind of show. But if he was offered the right price, he'd sell it. But there was no price on it. But there you go. Again, it's just great to see this, you know, these items knocking about the place. So for me, like I said, even before I went, it was more of a social event for the day. I ain't seen my sort of mates and people I haven't met before, and I wanted to have a few beers. I did that, and then some. Played some games, bought some stuff, did some trades. What more could you ask for? You know, with like-minded people, had a fucking absolute blast. So points to note, people to note. We had Matt Soul from Retro, Gus Newton, Alex from Nintendo Arcade, me, Jay Cybersnake, my mate James, Wasabi James, I thought it was Wasabi James, Paul C. I think that was it. That was it, wasn't it? I didn't see any of the tubers. I don't think I did anyway. If I did, I do apologise. I'm pretty sure that was it though. There's a few, obviously, notable omissions that people were supposed to go, which is a real shame, but hey, them's the breaks. There's always next time. So I did, what I'm going to do first is probably the trades with Alex from Nintendo Arcade. He got a little bit confused in his video, but that's understandable, pal. I'm not going to mention that the dinosaur console that I've got, the Repton. So yeah, I did, so Alex sort of said to me, I'm going to bring a box of stuff, you know, let's do a car boot and, you know, do our own car boot or do our own trade thing, because obviously Craig's here again was meant to come along and stuff. So I sort of said to him, well look, I don't want to bring chips of the stuff that you're not interested in. Tell me what you're after. He said box Nintendo games, etc. Yeah, box sort of games. So I sort of sent them some pictures of some of the bits that I'm willing to sort of let go. And we kind of preempted a lot of trades beforehand, which I think is a little bit better way of doing it, because everyone's happy then. You're not, you know, you're not put in a position where you don't want to trade something that necessarily. But Alex is sound. Is an absolute sound bloke. Honestly, like I said before, first time I met Daz, first time I met Adam, Jay, people it's like your old schoolmates. You know, you just met up again sort of 5-10 years later, and that's the kind of. It's hard to explain, but they're just easy to talk to. You don't have to force a conversation. So we went out to Alex's fucking rape van, his little mini rape van that he had. I'm sure I've seen some fucking Fred West tape in the back there. And I don't take disrespect to that. Anyone who rape's not something to laugh at. It just looked dodgy, because obviously he bought his arcade cabinet, had a load of blankets and a load of tape and rope in this little like minivan. You know, you can't see the back. Anyway, I don't need to explain that really, should I? We did some trades. So you've seen you've seen some of the stuff that Alex got. He got, like I say, he got a little bit confused. It was mainly Spectrum stuff, 2 NES titles, and some boxed Game Boy Advance games. Yeah. So for that, this is what I got off of Alex. We did a straight swap, which is awesome. You know, he just went to me, look, should we just do a straight swap? I thought, yeah, bang on. That's what I like. This one he didn't show. Now, I was after this on the PC Engine for the longest of times. This is on the Famicom, and it's Pac-Land. This colour, I think this camera's fucking dying, you know, because the colour's all washed out. I don't know if it's just because it's all overcast. But yeah, I'm guessing all the earlier Famicoms were really, you know, numbered, or the Namco ones anyway. Number 10, Pac-Land, great game. So the rest we'd sort of pre-agreed on. So when I seen this one, I thought, I've been after this for freaking ages, honestly. Great game, by Rare, and it's the Lost Vikings. So I've got the second one on the Saturn. Lost Vikings 2, fully enough. North by Northwest, I think it's called. That is a brilliant game. Brilliant. It's a platform puzzler. So you've got three Vikings, all do different things. You know, you've got one that can, I can't remember what it is now, one that can lift, one that can dig, and I don't know. There's all, you have to use them in the right order. One that can jump high, all kinds of stuff. This one I remember from the Amiga days. I'm pretty sure it's only a SNES and Amiga release. Again, another puzzle. It's Pushover. Now I'm pretty sure. Didn't they use this as something else, like to advertise some food, like crisps or something? Could be wrong. This one I knew nothing about, but it looked quite interesting. I'm guessing this, yeah, 1992. I'd probably stopped watching kids' TV shows by then. Eek the Cat. No idea. Alex reckons it's, you know, sort of semi-uncommon. Don't know. I say anyone's, you know what I'm like. Anything that I've not heard of that looks a little bit semi-interesting, and I'm trading it for stuff that I don't really use and someone else wants, I've got no problem. Fucking, you know, off you go. 4.9, that's probably a £1 game, I don't know. This one I've picked up because I think I've only got it loose cart. Boxed. Obviously, you know, it's boxed. These are cardboard boxes. They're not going to be in perfect condition unless you're really, really lucky, you like Dave or Jay Cybersnake. But it's Cybernator. You all know Cybernator. Great Konami title, obviously, you know, under the Palcom label. Everything's in there. It's got the tray, it's got the cartridge, it's got the manual, yada yada yada. And the box is in it, you know, I've seen way worse, so I'm well happy with that. And then the surprise one, because I've seen this, you know, sometimes photos don't do things justice, and I think even Jay went, ooh, that's good, that's in good condition. Because what Alex had done, he just went, oh, here's the boxes, lads. And everyone just sort of dived in a little bit. And so I sort of knew what I was after, and because with Lost Vikings, I said to him, oh, I'm sure there's another loose cart, weren't there, mate? He went, oh yeah, I've got another box here, and he completely forgot about. And obviously it was in there. But this one was on the top, as Cybernator did, I was sort of in the box, if you like. And Jay went, oh, that's good condition. I went, yeah, we'd all sort of agreed on it. I didn't mean to be disrespectful there, Jay. But it is Super Mario Kart on the Famicom. And it's in fantastic condition. I don't know why Alex let this go. He must have been, I don't know, had enough of it or whatever, I don't know. I knew he was, now the colour comes back, look. That's really pissed, this camera's fucked in. I can just see now, a lot of the yellows all just come to life. That's fucking ridiculous. Ah, I hate this. I've got to get a new camcorder. On the Christmas list, I guess. Anyway, now you can see it in all its glory. That's really pissed me off. Oh, this camcorder may have to be on its way out, I think. All complete. Cartridge in a baggie. The whole shebang. All the regos and everything. I'm not reshooting this video. I'm not reshooting it. Fucking bag of crap. Let me just show you these other, just in case, because now that, like I say, they're not, you know, the boxes are not in bad nick at all. Pac-Land is a bit faded, but I can live with that. It's not a problem. Lost Vikings is awesome. Push over. And the cat. I mean, the early bit was only me waffling anyway, so you're probably not even fucking watching it, so that probably don't matter. But yeah, there could be a new camcorder on the way, because this is getting worse. I noticed it on one of the last videos. All the sort of colour suddenly sprung into life, and I just thought it was because the natural lighting, but clearly it's not. I don't know. Is it the white? I don't know. Something's fucked with it anyway. Right. Where do we go next? So I bumped into an old mate, an old car boot mate. I mentioned him while back now. He's been off tubes for a while. Again, in the footage you'll see him, but it's Rich. I call him Retroactive Gaming. He's into his, you know, he's doing the sort of conventions now. I think probably full time. I'm not sure, but he had this. Obviously, he had a stall there. And I'll say he's into. He does a lot of the Game Boy modding the screens and stuff like that. That's his. I think he calls it the Game Boy Shack. I think. Again, you'll see it in the video. You've seen him. If you've been to any event, you would have seen Rich. Great guy, really nice. And it sort of said, I think on Facebook, he's bringing a few along some of his alleged doubles. He had a couple of Mega Drive titles I was sort of in an hour about, but it would have broke the budget completely. So I was like, so Subterranea, and there was Story of Thor, and I was so close to buying them. I was like, oh shit. But I held off. I didn't bother. I just thought, no, I bought enough, if you know what I mean. Because at one store I'd spent half my money. We'll come to that in a minute. But Rich had on the floor, made me laugh. He had these two, I think it was two or three sort of crates, and he said retro dirt, pound an item. So me being me, you know, straight in. And I seen these, I was like, fucking pound I'm having these because I need shit tons of these anyway. So I've got off him. These all like, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 dust sleeves. I can't remember. Rich looked after me. He looked. I think I bought. James wanted a. He was after Balloon Kid on the Game Boy, which I did have at one point, and I think I traded that to Stone and Bear Hug or someone else. So I've got them. That cartridge. I bought 2 lots because he had one bit on one side, one bit on the other, which I didn't realise. And this. So it is obviously The Legend of Zelda, but it's obviously a repo. Well, it's not. Yeah, it is a repo, but it's not a repo because it's not a box. Do you remember I got? Where the freaking hell are they? I bought these from. Oh, what's Mick? So these are the exact. I'm pretty sure this is where Richard's got this one from. Just for this Mick chap. So they're exactly the same boxes, right? But I saw this and I thought, popped it open. I thought, yeah, I know what this is. You know, I knew it was the same one from Mick. Now, what I've had to do to get a NES cart to fit inside this, I don't know if you see these little tabs and stuff like that. I think it was either full of tabs or there was only 1 or 2 missing. When I looked at it, I thought, the tabs that were cut out, I thought, there's no way a cart would have fitted in that anyway. So I've had a bit of a play, and basically to get a NES cart to fit into these boxes, you have to have it this way. So 3 at the top, 3 at the bottom, all these gone. There's 2 little nibs here that need to go, and these need to go as well for it to fit in. And it just fit in. It fits in okay. Very snug. So, am I going to go out and buy shit tons of these for all my NES games? I don't know. Probably not. Probably not. But very, very awesome. Rich, you need to let me know where I don't know if he probably doesn't even watch. These bigger plastic bags, where'd you get these from? Because these are much preferred, because I use obviously the DVD size ones, and you kind of have to squeeze them into these cartridges. But he's got these bigger bags, and I should have asked him where he got them from. So if you do watch Rich, I don't know if you do, but if you do, let me know where you get these bags from, pal. I'm guessing it's probably an eBay or something, but I've searched before for bigger ones. I'm sure Console Passion use them as well. I'm sure they said they were like, you know, like the box sets or double depth DVD cases, but it was a while. If anyone else knows about the bigger sort of plastic bags, yeah, they are plastic, aren't they? Sleeves, plastic sleeves. Let me know. Right, last couple of bits. I've grabbed, so this stall that I was talking about that had these. It had some really nice, rare. He had some nice stuff. Generally, he knew his prices. He knew what was rare. And, you know, they're not daft, these guys. But one title I did see in like a box of NES stuff, and I looked at it and I thought, fucking, that's a good price. I'm pretty sure I've got this on the Mega Drive. Box complete. Box complete. And it's not gonna be here to hand. No, it's probably fucking buried somewhere in there. No. Anyway, for £3, Phantom. Yeah, it is 2040. Yeah, 2040. So, a little bit discoloured. I can live with that for £3 bloody quid, man. You know what I mean? I first sort of saw this on the Mega Drive. Pete's Nestastic did a video with it. Pete, where the fuck is, where's Pete gone? So Pete's going to hiding. But yeah, Pete's Nestastic did a video on this on the Mega Drive, and I thought that looks a great game. Got it on the Mega Drive. But I thought for £3 for a loose cart and SNES, fucking all day long. Now the last couple of bits now. So taking main stage, again you'll see in the video at some point, was the Retro Lords. Now I bought a few bits off them in the past. I didn't really sort of speak to them too much. but I was sort of browsing through all their shit, and one of the lads, I can't remember his name, is I don't know if it's Mario or Luigi, because they're both one's Mario and Luigi. I know Rich King Retro's good mates with them, he knows them very well. Sound lads, you know, always you know, have a little bit of a banter with them. Like I say, I didn't realise that they knew who I was and also anything like that, but I was browsing through, and he actually said to me, he goes, "Oh, you're Tooty, ain't you?" I was like, "Hello." You know, it's always nice to know that you're known, if that makes sense. And so I said, yeah, we had a bit of a chat, and there's some nice stuff there. And he had this box he gave us, it's all untested, and there's some items in there. I looked at them, I thought, fucking hell, I'm tempted by them. And I don't know what it was. I think it's probably more of an 80s movie pull rather than the quality of the games. I don't know. But they had some nice stuff. Again, they're top lads. Yeah, because when I bought these, I can't remember, there's two of them. I'm pretty sure it was the Luigi guy. And he come over and said hello, and he had a pint. And I was like, fucking hell, on the pint's ready. And he was like, well, if the bar's open and it's a Saturday, then I'm drinking. And I just thought, fucking hell. Fair play. Yeah, so that started me off anyway, sort of gasping a little bit. Not that I'm, you know, but you know what I mean, when you see someone having a pint, you think, as soon as someone else goes, it's like having a buffet, isn't it? As soon as someone has a buffet first, you thought, well, that's it, you know, I'm not the greedy guts. So anyway, I digress. They had a couple of nice titles, and a few more that I was umming and ahhing about, I weren't too sure. I made a bit of a boo-boo, but not, with hindsight, probably not a bad buy actually. Because I tend, when I've got a game, even if it's a loose cart, unless I get the box, you know, a box version, for a booter for a couple of quid, I wouldn't necessarily go out my way to sort of upgrade at a substantial cost. So I made a bit of cock up it. Well, I didn't really, because I checked my app. So I said to the guy, I said, look, I'm not eBaying anything, I'm just checking my app to see if I've got this one. It's in this title. So I put in Bubble Bobble 2. Or no, just put in, I think it's just put in Bubble. And it, there, which ones you got, which ones don't. Bubble Bobble 2. Not owned. Thought, fucking knew it. I've been after this one, Bubble Bobble 2, for ages. And it was boxed. I think it is missing the manual, but the box is in great condition. A little bit of smudging at the back there. I think I probably have to get that. I don't know what it is actually. I don't know if it's just a bit of glue, but anyway, I mean, structurally the box is fucking fantastic, right? So I get home and I'm like, yeah, fucking that's it. I'm gonna go to Retro Collect, put this in. No, can't find it. Go on my phone, because the phone's more of an American app. Put in Bubble. It says, yeah, Bubble Bubble Part 2. Yeah, I need that one. I'm like, hang on, go back onto Retro Collect. Bubble Bobble 2. Already own it. So, there's Rainbow Islands, Bubble Bobble 2, right? But there's Bubble Bobble Part 2. Fucking confused? Yes. So, yeah, essentially, I've got 2 copies. So this is the one that come out of this. So I had like a loose cart. The one that was in it, don't know if you can see it, the only problem is a little bit of sticker peel. Just a little tiny bit. Which I'm guessing anyone who's a dab hand at that, flat that. But anyway. So that's the one that was in there. Cause I'm pretty sure I got this from Warp Zone, from Ricky. So there's my copy. So it is just Rainbow Islands, but it's Bubble Bobble 2. I think the problem is when you look at the cart, you can hardly see it there. So when I've looked at the cart, when I bought it from Ricky, it says Rainbow Islands. You put in Rainbow Islands, yeah, you need it. But when you're looking at the box, it's more apparent that it says Bubble Bobble 2. See what I mean? That tends to be, I don't know what it is. It's a lot bigger. It looks, stands out. So yeah, I made a bit of a, not the worst mistake, because that is a great box and that's a great price for what they give me. So I managed to get a box version of Rainbow Islands, and then I got some Mega CD games. It's been a while, crocodile, since I've had any Mega CD games on this channel. I told you it's more of a fucking 80s kick, I swear to God. And he had another one. It was one of the Dracula games, the 2 Dracula games that were on the PlayStation 1. Dracula Resurrection, and it was like a double bill. I put that one back. So, I mean, the guys there really looked after me. The Retro Lords, honestly, sorted me out big time. Because I give them these four games, and I sort of said, you know, what special you can do? And I think he said 65 quid. I was trying to be a bit cheeky, said, will you do 60? Oh, it said 60, did you say? Well, no, because they were like, I don't know, I think he'd already knocked 10, 15 quid off. I think it was like 75 quid or something. I can't remember the total cost. So they looked after me anyway. And I was quite happy, you know, with the price. But like I say, it's about half me funds. And this was relatively early on actually as well, because I just thought if I don't get them now, someone's going to snap these up. I'm fucking sure of it. So I've got 3 Mega CD games here. I think they're all pretty shit, but it was just an 80s kick completely. It's a cliffhanger. There's a bit of a theme going on here with a couple of these. Look at that digitised movie. And these are the long box, you know, the old. Obviously, they're US. You're supposed to have a bit of foam across there. I was going to be cheeky and try and steal it out of another one, but I thought, no. Looking great. I don't know where these guys got these from. They're fantastic edition. This, we'll stick with this one. Demolition Man. I mean, come on. And I'm pretty sure, right, this is a different version to the SNES one, because I'm pretty sure the SNES one didn't have a top-down view. It had the side-scrolling bit. I'm not sure if it had the top-down bit. Yeah. Old Snipes and Stallone. So as you can see, what's supposed to come with is that bit of foam. I'm pretty sure I could probably cut a bit out of something. And then lastly, when I told Matt, because I think I bought these before I'd seen Alex. Like I say, it's quite early on, and I sort of had these rattling around in James's bag. So we fire these into your motor. So a lot of people hadn't seen these either. And I said to Matt, I said, oh yeah, I bought 3 Mega CD games. When I bought an 80s kick, Demolition Man, Cliffhanger, and Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. And he was like, what? Cadillacs and Dinosaurs on the Mega CD? He goes, oh fucking hell. I said, yeah, but it's not the. When I sort of saw it on the spine, I was exactly the same. When I pulled it out and looked at the back, I said it's not the arcade version, which would have been absolutely fucking brilliant. I don't think it ever got a home release anyway. But this is kind of like a Jurassic Park. I don't know, it's one of these interactive movies. But yeah, it's Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, right? And I got it just, and it. I'll come to that in a minute. But as you can see, look from the back, it's one of them pseudo into the screens. I don't know. There's a few games that like Road Avenger. That was the one I was thinking of when I was talking to Max. That kind of style. But that one there, the red car and the blue car had a race. All Red want to do is stuff his face. He eats everything he sees, from trucks to prickly trees. Smart old blue, he took the Milky Way. That is that fucking car. I swear to God. It is. But anyway, that's it. Rocket Science Games, Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, the second Cataclysm. Maybe that's why they look. It is like a. Yeah. I don't know what it is actually. Do 1 or 2 players? I think it's like a shooter game. Or very akin to Wild Guns. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? That's it. So, Revival is done and dusted. I had an absolute blast. Yes, I had a thick head. Anyone who sort of went, oh, were you a bit drunk, Stu? Yes, I was very drunk. Thank you very much. That's me. That's how it goes. They made some changes afoot in the new year because I'm getting too fat. So the beer, etc. may need to go because I need to lose weight. So don't be surprised. Next time you see me at an event, I'm supping water. No, but I do. It's going to be a New Year's resolution. I had I'd knocked the beer on the head for about 8 months at one point when I was born. Now joking, but I do need to sort of shift some bulk, because I know that Ocarina fella, Daft Twin Rover, he's doing quite well. It's a bit of an inspiration there from Carl, I think. But that's it. Again, like I say, Revival was an absolute blast. If they keep the same formula for the next one, which I think's next year, and it's going to be back at the race course. I didn't go to it beforehand. I don't know. I'll definitely be going, because it was a great event. It was a great day, great people. You know, and the sort of vendors were reasonable. You could have a bit of a chin wag to them. Oh, nice to see Sore Thumbs. Forgot to say that. He's always at these events. He's a nice chap. I know Daz mentioned him from the Leeds Retro Market. So his new stock, I think, is going to be due in for the Doncaster retro market. Yeah, nice to have a tune mag with him. He kind of recognised Mowgli Mug, probably from all the other. No, actually, he might have said that he's seen me filming. I can't remember now. But yeah, you'll be on the film again anyway, pal. So that's me done. Many thanks to everybody that took their time to set this event up. I know, I think it's Craig Turner, is it Turner Arcades? I'm guessing to sort of pull in all these different people and arrange it and etc. It's no mean feat, but I hope some of us, the community, can rally around and not to sort of say that the sort of expos aren't the way to go, but I just think for a retro event, these guys are probably keeping it more truer, if that makes sense for me anyway. Alongside obviously the retro market. So take it easy, guys and girls, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.